Hello everyone, my name is Pacha and welcome to another video for Planet Coaster 2. And you may ask yourself, another one? Didn't he just uploaded a gameplay video of this game? And yeah, I did, but there has been some recent changes and news, and that is after I uploaded this gameplay video already to YouTube yesterday, we got some additional screenshots and information from the lovely people at Frontier that I couldn't include for obvious reasons in that video because it was already too late. But I thought, hey, it would be a shame to not show you these screenshots and informations and to not look more closer into the trailer that we also got from Frontier to look at what details and hidden things we can spot there. So this is why this video here exists, to look at all these informations and stuff and to give you a full picture of everything that we as creators know by this point, and what you can expect maybe from this game. So without further ado, let's dive into the trailer first. So we will watch the trailer again here in a moment, and then we will look at parts of this trailer together, and afterwards we will look at all the screenshots that we got and see what we can spot there. So let's do that. Let's watch the trailer first and then we go into it in detail. Alright, and this was the trailer. Let me just run it in the background. And yeah, oh, for the sound of course. And yeah, this was the trailer of Planet Coaster 2, the, I think, pre-order trailer. So they'll probably release it also for you guys, for the public. And yeah, there's a lot to unpack here, so let's dive into it. Of course, we start with our two mascots here in the front of the park, and then we see an overshot of this lovely park, which looks a little bit more British, European based, and has of course a lot of coasters, has a lot of rides going on. Not many pools, so this is more like your typical classical Planet Coaster 1 park with just rides and coasters. And then we see some more overviews. We have a high tower here. I'm not a coaster expert or a ride expert, so I'm not too familiar with all the names and different terminologies. But I think we have some flumes and water pools over there in the background. So we get another overshot. We have, of course, more focus on the pools, the big new feature of Planet Coaster 2. And we see some guys jumping from the jumping board into the water, which you can place in, I think, 3 different heights, or 3 different heights for these boards for the guests to jump on off. Then, of course, have Planet Coaster 2. And we see how an empty plot of land gets transformed into a coaster. So it looks like not a lot of space. It was a bit too far. So let's go here. So this really doesn't look like a big plot of land from this perspective actually, but there's a lot of stuff crammed into here, a lot of coasters intertwining each other, a lot of rides. We have some submarine type-esque thing, could be just a scenery object over here. We have a lot of other decor, we have some umbrellas and food stands in this area, so really cool. Then we of course have some more pools over here, like this looks like a lazy river. We can even see, I don't know if how well you can see that on YouTube, we can even see some people laying on rafts here on these big rings basically, driving down the river. Yeah, yes, you can see it even more. So we definitely will have something like lazy rivers, or people can, I know there is like a water assets shop, so where people can water toys and balloons and stuff like that, not balloons, water balls, and these raft thingies and surfboards to lay on. So that's something you can sell to your guests. You can also see a flume in the background, which is really cool. And we of course also have the coasters over here, and something that many people, from what I heard at least, were really happy about or really wished for from the first game was switch tracks. So the ability to change your coaster track to a different layout on a push of a button, and have two different layouts connected to one coaster. So that is definitely something that is now confirmed in the game, which is really cool. We also see, of course, the new scenery brush. You can customize them. You have, I think on all maps you have all the options for all different trees. So if you're lazy and don't want to place every tree yourself, you can do that via the scenery brush. And then we see the new path tool. Here we see the stamp builder, which I also looked upon in my gameplay video. So if you haven't watched my gameplay video of Planet Coaster 2, where I actually played the game for around 90 minutes, I go over many of these options, not much the coasters itself, because again I'm not a coaster guy, but I will look at into the flumes, into the pathing tool, the pool tool, stuff like that, build something. So definitely check that out if you haven't already. So yeah, we see that we can place everything on the path. Now we have this new pathing tool, which is really cool and takes a little bit of practice to get used to, but definitely makes a lot of things easier to build, especially because you can now place paths onto paths. And then we see, of course, we can make a little plaza out of it. People can sit on the benches. Here we see the pool tool. Yeah, it has pool tool, which works basically essentially the same like the pathing tool, where you draw the line, or you can also do it like the classical pathway with certain sections, and then this area becomes a pool that is available for your guests. You can also, of course, customize the bottom, the walls, and the surrounding of the pool with different colors and options and styles. So that is definitely an option. Yeah, we see a lot of going on here. We have this lazy river again. We have some tiki heads, some bubbles. Some soap bubbles over here. These tiki heads are shooting water and coming up from the ground. If you notice that, whoop, there it comes up. So definitely a lot of motion also is possible. And yeah, guests can jump from the border of the pool into the pool. That's definitely something. And then we have this part here with a lot of motion. We have a lot of animatronics again, which was already a big part of the first game, and which we can also sequence in the new sequencer. We will see later in a screenshot. We have more coasters over here, more rides that you can customize now fully, so you can make your own custom rides, and things you do scenery objects you put onto the ride will actually move with the ride, which is super cool. As you can see here, the spins, and you also can, of course, customize the coasters with scenery pieces, and makes them also more unique, basically, to the ride we want to do. And then we have the flume builder over here, which I played around in my gameplay video, which was really cool. It works the same as the coaster builder, from what I remember from Planet Coaster 1. So you have your height changes, you have your direction changes, stuff like that, and you have different options for if you want a glass flume, if you want a fully open flume or a closed flume, and of course you can change the colors to different things, and you have this big whirly thing over here, which I haven't played around with yet. I saw it, I think, in the options, but I haven't played around with it, which looks really cool. So I'm really excited to play around more with the flumes and all the options there. This is definitely my biggest thing that I take away from this new game. Of course, we see some, our staff here, and we can also see that something already carries over from Planet Coaster 1 and Planet Zoo, and this is that you can change the color of your staff uniforms, which is really cool that we get that right from the get-go and not later in an update. So this is already in the game, which is super cool, so you can customize your staff to your liking. Of course, we have the lifeguard over here and the lifeguard tower with their perimeter that they can see and that they can interact with. And then we have this new mechanic over here that people, if they are too much in the sun, they get sunburned. If they are not having any sun lotion or any shade, they get a sunburn, which of course probably will affect their mood and their happiness. So we definitely have to make sure that they are in the shade, similar to how we have a shelter for animals when it rains in Planet Zoo. So really cool that this is a thing in this game. And then of course we see the new management system with the water, with the water pipes, and the same applies to electricity, with power cables that we have to connect these different stations together in order to keep the water clean and our park running. And of course, higher mechanic, right, broken down. That is something that we already got in the first game. We need mechanics to do that. We have a lot of different cool scenery. I will not go into much into scenery. We will do that later in the screenshots, but we already can see a lot of cool scenery here in the background. Like these cool posters, which look really awesome, really giving up this, island vacation vibe over here, which is super cool. I think I had a towel as a kid that looked like that, like that. And this is also something new. We can now draw staff zones, which I think is nothing we had before. Before we had to click on the on the staff hut, on the shop or something like that to create a staff zone in order to tell them, okay, you have to apply or you have to work in these rooms, in these shops and stuff like that. Now we can draw out a staff zone that they work in, probably that they stay in. Really interesting. Haven't played around with that, so definitely something I will look forward to dive into further later. And then we can see all the different customization options here, that they actually, scenery objects actually move with the ride, which is really cool. So we have I think 3 sets over here. We have the that's a moment. Let me repair this. We have the water sets, the underwater set basically. We have the I think mythical set it is called, so more ancient Greek, Roman inspired, and then the vacation set, more tiki ride, tiki vibe, Hawaiian island vibe here. And then we also, I think, have the Nordic set. So these are the 4 things that we have in the game. And then, of course, see the workshop, which is really cool. I don't know if this is the workshop for the console edition or if there actually is already now a workshop in the game, also for for the PC version, which is something new that is not on Steam, but an actual in-game workshop. So definitely interesting what this means. And we also see, one moment back, we also see these different symbols over here, which I have no idea what this means. So we have like a triangle with a magnifying glass. We have also a triangle with a flame. Then we have like a square with a tower. And then we have a similar tower, but it's on a triangle now. So definitely interesting what this means, what it has to do. And of course, different rides here, really cool. There's definitely something I will have to dive and learn a bit more about once this game comes out, and also all the different scenery options, which is super cool. And then I think this is more like a switch track or elevation change, which is super cool. So definitely a lot of things that I have no idea about that you probably have more knowledge about, but then you can let me know in the comments what I'm missing here. And then we get pre-order, of course, coming on the 6th of November, which is something I forgot in the last video. It's releasing on the 6th of November in the standard edition for £39.99, $49.99 and €49.99. And then you also have the Deluxe Edition, which will cost you £54.99, $64.99 and €64.99. And if you buy the Deluxe Edition, you get the Vintage Funfair Ride Pack, so 10 vintage ride says here. So you have the Grand Carousel, a Lane, a Helter Skelter, I know what that is, Hyperspin, Buoyancy, which is like a diving bell, Monteleon, and then 4 different coasters, it seems like, a wooden and antique powered cars, a wooden wheeled mouse one, and also wheeled mouse coasters, and a wooden side friction. So you get these 10 different rides if you buy the Deluxe Edition, and if you either pre-order either the Deluxe Edition or the normal version, you also get these free additional rides here, the FD Vision, the Automax Water Coaster, and the Cube. So either pre-order the Deluxe Edition or pre-order the normal version of the game, and you get these free, for free with your game. And if you order the Deluxe Edition, you get these 10 rides additionally to that, which is really cool. And one final thing, we have this weird kind of teaser at the end of the mythical building set. No idea what this is about. Had also nothing to do with our gameplay session on Tuesday. So really curious what they mean by that, what they want to tease by that. Under construction, okay, we see some giant statues, some houses like in Greek, some coasters in the background here. So really interesting what they mean by that. But yeah, this is a trailer. Now let's jump over to the screenshots, and the first one is of course the key art, which we already know, but the next one is, as we already talked about, the sunburn mechanic, which is really hilarious to see that guests can get sunburned. I think there's also like a doctor in a Planet Coaster for people who also get sick on rides and stuff like that. So definitely could be something that applies to that they have to be healed by them. And we of course have more of the island vacation set over here with these cool signs, with the tiki hats, with some more pictures over there, and wisteria hanging down. We of course have again the small shops over here, and some flowers, and it looks really lovely. I would like to lie on here and spend my day. And next one, we have the coaster, a close-up of a coaster. No idea what coaster it is specifically. Don't ask me. Probably someone in the comments will know that. And then we have another ride over here with these tentacle arms. Looks like with these cars going up and down in all directions. Really cool. And we see more of these underwater scenery with these rocks and corals and giant jellyfish in the background. Then we get another look, as I said, on the mythical set with all these different statues. This looks like Athena, the goddess of wisdom. Then we have some like a Greek philosopher guy here with Omega, Planet Coaster sign, and Alpha. So really funny. We have another look at them behind here, and then all these different houses, tile sets, really cool. I used these rocks, these stone sets in my pyramid build in the gameplay session, so I definitely recognize them. And we have some coasters in behind here and a waterfall, which is really cool. So we can do again waterfalls, some pillars, some stone pillars. Looks really lovely. Really reminds me of Greek or Roman times. So definitely possible to build a theme park also in that setting. Next up we have, of course, pathing tool, where we can place paths on existing paths to create different styles, to create to combine different underground stuff like that. So really cool. And we have some shops over here, which we know Kumu, Mumu Milk, I think, Gulpi, and this one I think is new, the Gelato Bros, which looks really cool. So a new ice cream version. Before I think the Cosmic Cow it is, sorry. Cosmic Cow was the one who was selling ice cream, and now we have another ice cream shop type here, so definitely some new food options there. And of course you can see all the pathing tools, terrain style, that automatically applies to the terrain, stamp scale, so how big is the stamp, point snapping, rotation snap, working height, merge. So merge means that it merges with the existing path that's underground and creates one new path. So definitely a lot to play around with. We of course have the new pool options here. We see here Relaxos Water Pool. So every pool is like a habitat basically. You have some stats about it. You have the filtering rates, the pool dirtiness. You can connect new filters to it. And you can of course change colors and some other options over here. You see how much the guests like the pool, because the pools also have a rating how attractive they are. And we have some more island features over here with some more surfboards, some tiki huts, some more poster signs. Really cool. And also the foliage, of course, most of it comes from Planet Zoo and looks fantastic. Then we're gonna look at the Nordic theme with this Nordic mascot over here, this Thor-like looking person, and we have a lot of flumes in the background coming from this Nordic tower, which has a lot of cool rune carvings over there. Here we have a coaster in this one, dad and mom with a child in the middle, and then we have our two mascots in like a Nordic runic style, which is really funny that they do that. And yeah, we have I think 4 different flumes coming down from here, so we can probably, I haven't seen that in my gameplay, connect multiple flumes to one entrance platform. No idea if how that works. I haven't seen the option from in my gameplay personally, but maybe it might be an option that you can do that, and definitely looks cool, like these flume towers with all the different flumes. You have a glass one over here over this bridge, which is always a cool thing, and then these two coming out under the bridge, under the path, basically down here and into the pool, which is also a really cool thing if you're standing on here and you see the guests shooting out on underneath you. But there's no raining on this path, so maybe a bit dangerous. Better keep your eyes out, keep your eyes open. And then we see the special effects builder, the timing filter or timing principle. I don't know what you mean now, where you can time your different animatronics and effects to each other so that they sequencer. I think animatronic or animation sequencer is what it's called. So you can connect all your different animatronics and animations to each other so that they play in a loop, create a cohesive experience for each other. I think there was something similar in the first game. And then we also get another look at the deep dive set, the aquatic set, with these eels coming from these pipes, which looks really funky and a little bit scary, having such a big eel in front of you. But really cool to see that we also get some more animal animatronics. Really fun thing that. And we get another look at the pools. We have the changing rooms here, so you see on this side, it means you are in your normal clothes for coasters. On this side, you're in your swimwear for diving and splashing around. And these are drying boxes, I think they're called. So this is the place where guests can dry themselves up if they got wet and then move along. And we have of course our mascot here, and we have another Viva la Vegan. Vegan. So we have a new vegan option for Planet Coaster 2, which is not a thing in Planet Zoo, apparently, or not apparently, surprisingly. So we have a new vegan option over here for vegan food, which is really cool. I like that a lot. Myself being also, eating a lot of vegan stuff over the last year, starting to eating a lot of vegan stuff. So really cool that we have that option over there. We have another look at the new one of the new performers. This one is a diver who makes pictures of aquatic life forms, stuff like that. Really funny thing. Another coaster look over here with this other coaster and another flume look. So again, lots of different flumes coming up from one platform, and I only see one part of stairs in the background. So I get from that, or I take from that we can connect multiple flumes to one platform, because if you don't know, the platform acts basically as the right entrance. So there is a line you have to put down on the end of the platform, the staircase, and then the guests will line up in that to get to the flumes. So having only one pair of stairs and then multiple flumes, to me, says that we can connect multiple flumes to one right entrance, to one flume entrance. So definitely this seems to be confirmed, but multiple different versions. You also have this shooting drop down flute over here. You can see them where they make them as small as possible to be as fast as possible. It's really cool. We have definitely a lot of different flume options and flume types to play around with. And then we of course have the decoration setting, where you can see you can apply decorations to your rides and they will stick to it and move with it. So we have again the mythical theme over here, and I think this is the last one. Another performer. I think this will be the Viva la Vegan performer, or that applies to that belongs to that new shop. So we have this awesome guitar playing cacti, which is really funny. And yeah, this was basically it for this little rundown of, well, not little, it's almost 25 minutes, little rundown of all the screenshots and the trailer and stuff like that. So I hope you get some more information about the game from these. And this is already it. So I wish you a great time. Stay safe. Until next time, stay safe and bye bye everyone.